corner you take, every fighter you beat, every record you beat, we will be following you. Every single jump, every trophy won, every wicket you break, every breakaway you make, every cross, every dribble, every dunk, every pit stop, every loss, every victory.
Studio, mics, up, studio silence please. It is time to talk sports inside of the locker room here on Smooth 98.1. It is a part of Smooth Breakfast with Ayo
and Valentine.
And this morning, Lagos, join the conversation by sending us messages through our WhatsApp number. It is 0809-444-0981. Tega, as always, is here to give us analysis to the stories. Good morning, Tega.
Good morning, Tega. Don't forget, you can also send your messages to Twitter. Our handle is at Smooth981 and use the hashtag LockerRoom981.
That's right. So let's start. Flying Eagles midfielder Afiz Aremu said that the team is now focused on winning the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations title after securing qualification for the Under-20 FIFA World Cup in Poland. Now, winning the title, according to Aremu, will be a good comeback for the Flying Eagles, who missed the 2017 edition. In his words, Aremu declared, "We've got the qualification to play in the World Cup, which was our first priority of going into the tournament. Our next priority is to win the AFCON. Now we can only get better as we keep pushing forward."
Yes, it was a tough game for the Flying Eagles on Friday against Niger, but they managed to get the one goal that they needed. They were pushing, they were pressing, but Niger was just stubborn. Ultimately, they got the goal they needed, and they're through. They're going to the World Cup. But on Wednesday, they get to play Mali. So it's one thing to qualify for the World Cup, another thing to win the tournament. So now they're in the semi-finals. They're going to have to play Mali and see if they can win the tournament. No need going to the tournament if you can't win it. And so Wednesday, 4:15 p.m. I think, that's when the game is going to. Look, it hasn't been smooth sailing for this. I haven't been very confident in this team. The way they have been playing, like they have to grind out results. Even in games, you think that okay, maybe with one or two of those chances, you could have at least scored a goal.
Yes.
But, so I'm not very excited about this team. I just think they've been effective so far, and that's what I'm applauding. Their effectiveness. But if you ask me about their brilliance, I'm not very hopeful about it. Yeah.
All right, let's hope their effectiveness will get us a much needed win at the tournament. All right, moving away from that story to still remaining in sports, CAF boss Ahmad faces impeachment. The Confederation of African Football President Ahmad is facing a threat to his reign after being accused of violating the statutes of African football's ruling body. Executive Committee member Musa Biliti called for an urgent EXCO meeting on Friday. He wants Ahmad's decisions to redistribute the 2021, 2023 and 2025 Africa Cup of Nations and sign a commercial deal without EXCO approval to be assessed. He says, Biliti said, "It is my fervent hope that you will agree to investigate these matters of gross statutory and financial procedural violations by the president for appropriate action."
Yeah, this is crazy. So Ahmad had to, and this is not just crazy because of what is going on. It's equally crazy because of the rules that are stated. So apparently there are 23 ESCOs, but only 8 of them need to be. They only need as much as 8 to approve any decision that they're taking. So out of 23, they only need 8. Why did you pick 23 if only 8 people can make a decision? What's the point? So maybe at the time that rule was made, of course there was some politicking with the former president going on that says, okay, you don't need everybody to be there. But now the rule is coming back to bite some people in the places that I cannot mention on Money Radio. So Ahmad apparently made some decisions that on the face of it, if you ask me, it looked legal, it looks reasonable, but now Bility is coming out to say that no, he didn't follow due process. And so even if it was a good commercial deal, and even if it made sense to redistribute the organizers of those other tournaments, if he didn't follow due process, he faces a suspension and maybe ultimately an expulsion, an impeachment.
Wow.
So,
Wow.
as reasonable as his choices sound, or as his decisions sound, perhaps he should have. It's just 8 people in it.
The big question is, why would he even do that? Why did he feel that he could very well go ahead and make such decisions without consulting his
Again,
committee?
we need to get, this is politicking in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
We need to understand that there was one man there for 29 years and he still has his people in there. So it's not as cut and dried as it always looks.
Which is a major problem. There.
It's not that as it looks on paper. There is one person pulling one rope here and another person. So trust me, it's not as clear cut as it seems on paper. But so far, those are the charges he's facing, and as long as they can be proven that he was wrong in those charges, he could be impeached.
Okay.
We have a message in from Chimobi Victor from Alaba International. He said, congratulations to the Flying Eagles of Nigeria for defeating the Niger Republic last weekend. But Tega, I do not see them winning the competition if they do not up their game against Mali. Alright, so let's move on to the next story. Maurizio Sarri insisted he would be happy if Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich calls him in the wake of Sunday's humiliating 6-0 defeat against Manchester City and challenged the club to provide clarity on his future. This is what he said. That Sarri said, and I quote, "If the president calls, I'd be happy, seeing as I never hear from him, but I do not know what to expect. People keep asking me what I think about the situation, but I think that is a question which needs to be put to the club." He continues, "I do not know about my future. You have to ask the club. I'm worried about my team. I'm worried about the performance, but my job is always at risk, so I'm not worried about the club. You have to ask the club."
On that note, Sarri is right. He cannot worry about the club. He could win the FA Cup, the UCL, and still be fired. I know people that were fired after winning those in the same club. However, that's the only thing about him that is right. Yesterday, he was wrong with everything. Okay, first of all, again, his team, and I think it was instructions that they gave, they went at Manchester City from the get-go.
Yes.
And here is what happened. Manchester City also went at them from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
So what Manchester City did to Chelsea on Sunday, you see, when you watch the game, you think that Chelsea just came in and somebody flogged them mercilessly. But it was too tactical. So they get into a game, again, that N'Golo Kante is playing out of position. I'll say this till tomorrow. If Sarri doesn't stop smoking whatever it is he's smoking and changes that boy back to where he was, to his previous position, he's going to struggle for the rest of the season if he's there for the rest of the season.
It was painful to watch.
Yeah,
Someone actually called that by this morning he will get a very interesting phone call and we'll be getting an announcement following the
let's wait and see. Abramovich is busy with other things.
Okay.
But what it was they get on the pitch and everybody that should be defending is pushing high up. And so Marcos Alonso is pushing high up. There's kind of like 3 people in the back, and Manchester City know how to spread the pitch. So all they did was use Raheem Sterling to open the football pitch a little wider. And Chelsea was very exposed. They get the first goal, they get the second chance that Aguero could have scored but missed. Then the second chance that Aguero could have missed then became the second goal that Man City scored. I cannot blame Chelsea for that goal that Aguero scored. The second goal he scored from 25 yards. I did not expect him to take that shot. Sorry, even he did not expect himself to take the shot, because he missed a shot from 1 yard and then he looks up, sees Kepa a little bit off his line, and he shoots from 25 yards out. That's not Aguero's style. He
took a chance.
Yeah, he likes to be inside the box, but he took that shot and there was not much he could do. But from then on, what Chelsea needed to do was sit back, try defend, try not to concede any more goals, and gather their thoughts. They didn't do that. They kept going out to look for equalizers. I don't understand it, because the more they moved forward, the more Manchester City exposed them.
Yes.
And that's what Manchester City, for the first time in a long time, actually, for the most of the first half, left ball possession for a team.
Sorry,
I've not seen it before.
Wait, yeah, you said most of the first half. Are you talking about the first 25 minutes?
Most of the first half, Manchester City left ball possession for them. The goals they scored, it was largely on the counter.
And They took advantage of it. They took
It was weird. Manchester City was playing like contest Chelsea when they won the league, and Chelsea was playing like
It was
Arsenal.
such a surprising game. You know, when on Friday we were talking about the fact that we're not sure who was going to win. Remember?
Yeah,
and people were calling that we don't, and then they flogged them.
Okay, so Zizi Classic calls it a Val's gift. He says, Bournemouth smashed Chelsea with 4 goals. Chelsea smashed Huddersfield 5 goals. Now Man City smashed Chelsea with 6 goals. What a Val's gift. What a wow. We'll take a break, Lagos. We'll be back to talk more sports stories here inside of the locker room. Use that hashtag on Twitter, lockerroom981, and send your messages through WhatsApp too.
0809 444 0981.
Smooth 98.1. Absolutely no does it.
The light.
My name is Gloria Anasi Young.
Nobody does it better.
What was that?
Do you want to travel the world with an unforgettable experience? Travel Wings has you totally covered. We guarantee you world-class customer service, highly competitive ticket pricing, and so much more. Visit us on www.travelwings.com.ng.
It was good
I
for
think
laughs.
Arsenal are even going to enter. They're going to slip into relegation faster than Chelsea.
That's a good laugh.
Travel Wings.
Yeah, actually,
Come get your wings
but they
to
can't.
fly.
Imagine a
Then
beautiful
again,
home. Inside this
they
home,
think that happen.
there
The
is
thing
a
about Arsenal is that
beautiful
they've never been in and
family.
around
In
that
this
situation.
family,
Never.
Yeah.
there is
Every other
lots
club
of
has.
love. And
So it's
where
not
there
their
is
portion.
love,
Their
there
portion
is
is to be average.
belief. In the center of our belief,
Other teams win or
there is
lose.
What
Arsenal is
what
just
an
average.
aspiration.
rich milk and creamy caramel.
And I think that's the worst part. They're just
Milk-filled candy
they're just
that
in the
warms your
middle.
heart with love and brings
Because maybe
hearts
if you go
closer.
down once, you will have some kind of fight in you.
Yeah.
Now
Not
also
Arsenal.
Listen,
I think that's the problem.
Always in and about. They didn't have to do anything yesterday to live up to it.
Hey, what's up? It's your girl EFIA from Ghana, Efia. My Lagos is made up of the food, of Father Rice,
See, when I was telling
and
people
the music,
Americans are saying we need
and
more.
the shrine, and
This thing is not
Okada
altitude.
riding. Yes, I love that.
Altitude
And
is
Back
not
in 10
cool.
seconds.
So like energetic and ready to go. And y'all know
Mics
my
are up,
Vietnam.
studios
I know
live.
that about Lagos.
Entrepreneurial spirit is on the high here in Lagos. You're going to make money. You don't pick it up from the floor though, but you're listening to the smoothest dial on Radio Smooth 98.1. We're talking sports inside of the locker room, and our listeners are not letting Chelsea go easy on this.
You guys are mean.
So, Rio Doremi23 sent in this message on Twitter with the hashtag lockerroom981. He said, Chelsea were unfortunate in the first half. Man City kept their consistency at full time. Thank you. And somebody says, well, congratulations. As Shay says, congratulations to the under-20 Flying Eagles who've qualified for the World Cup. The Sarri conceded 10 goals in 2 matches is example of stubbornness. Why won't he tweak his style and formation? Sarri will not be Chelsea's coach by May 2019. I pray he loses by like 10 more matches in all competitions. Sarri is really taking something that has peppered Zobo in it. All right, let's move on to the next story.
Alright, moving on to our next story. Cavani out of Manchester United game, PSG confirmed. Edinson Cavani will sit out the first leg of Paris Saint-Germain's Champions League encounter with Manchester United. The club confirmed yesterday, saying the striker had sustained damage to a tendon in his hip. The tests carried out have shown an injury at the right hip. The treatment and the amount of recovery time will depend on how he reacts over the next few days, PSG said on their website. Earlier yesterday, Tuchel described Cavani's situation stemming from a fiercely converted penalty on Saturday as bleak. There is no good news for Eddie this morning, he said. In my opinion, the news is not going to be very good. It will be very difficult for him to play, he predicted.
This has become a very tricky fixture for them. So when the draws were made, Manchester City versus PSG, even I think Mourinho was Manchester United versus PSG. Sorry, Mourinho was still in charge, and I said even with Neymar, with Edison Cavani, that Manchester United could win PSG. Again, because it's Thomas Tuchel that is the coach, and then number one. Number two is the way PSG plays. They're very open, so it's easy for you to score against them. I just felt that Manchester United will pull the same way they played against Juventus and won Juventus. That's how they could win PSG. But now with the stories of their injuries coming in, it's not looking good at all because Neymar is out, Edison Cavani is out. That's two of your lethal front three. And Tuchel is the kind of guy, he doesn't know how to play with one man up front. So he struggles with that. He likes that three men up front. He likes to have ball possession. He likes to play expansive football. He likes to attack on three wings. It's just going to be horrible for him to have only Mbappe up front and then try to contain in the middle and play Mbappe against the Manchester United side that is resurgent now, haven't been beaten since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer took over. It's a tough one, if you ask me, for me to see PSG coming out with anything in this game. The best they can do is try to, how would I put it? It's damage control, if you ask me, because again, this manager at PSG has a way of conceding goals. And so I don't see it being hopeful for PSG to make it through. I think Manchester United are going to have a good game tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow, yeah. A good game tomorrow, and PSG are just going to have to find a way to survive it. However, because it is football, that's the only, because football, exactly, anything can happen in football. That's the only chance I give PSG. Apart from that, I see a Manchester United win all over.
Oh, wow. All right, so Chinwe Nancy sent in a message on WhatsApp. She said, Sarri should just shut up. He gave Chelsea their greatest defeat since I was born. Why play Conte out of position? Chelsea should just forget the Carabao Cup finals. No need honoring that game because it will be another humiliation. Wow. All right, so from that prediction, we go to Tunde's message. He said, thank God I'm not a Chelsea fan. Assuming I am, I would decamp immediately. And Fadansi sent in a message from Western House, said Manchester City 6, Chelsea 0. What were Chelsea looking at? Chelsea have been a shadow of themselves ever since John Terry resigned. Is that true?
No, that's
a long time ago.
When last you watched football?
A long time ago.
Big T added one message on WhatsApp, says Chelsea lost. Manchester City played 4-3-3. So did Chelsea. They are better at it. Now, Kanye is always played out. Man Conte has always played out of position. He has won titles in Leicester, and Chelsea in his favorite spot since the change. He has won.
Sorry, he has won the World Cup.
Okay.
Playing his favorite sport since the change. He hasn't won. It's only Sarri. I mean, think about it.
He goes on to speak about Sarri. He says Sarri should have played a 4-5-1 for that game. Choked the midfield. Even if he got a draw, that would have been better.
Yeah.
No UEFA spot for us this time.
I think is the most ridiculous thing that he refuses to just learn, because different coaches have played this guy in the same position, but Sarri comes and says, you know what, I have a revelation. Again, from that thing that he's smoking. I have a deep revelation, and he's playing this guy somewhere else.
Cruz here is a bit sympathetic to our Chelsea fans out there. He said maybe we should have just let the Chelsea story out of the discussion this morning as a consideration.
But when it comes to Arsenal,
then he proceeded to laugh after putting that statement. Cruz, I judge you.
Tabiti Oluwayizi says, when we told them that they have scored all their goals this season in the single match against Huddersfield, they said we were promoting fake news. Now Chelsea are busy sharing the iPhone 6. Wow, guys, it's not that deep. Let's go to our next story. Now, Lionel Messi was short of fitness and Barcelona lacked spark as a goalless draw away to Athletic Bilbao on Sunday offered fresh hope for their rivals in the title race. In all likelihood, he stayed on because his team needed him, but Messi was not at his best, and neither were Barcelona, who would have even had lost had it not been for Marc-Andre ter Stegen's stunning late save to deny Inaki Williams. You know, a quote from Coach Ernesto Valverde, when he said, this is what he said about ter Stegen. He said, he saved us. It was a great stop. We're first last week and we're still first. If my math is right, we'll be again next week. What do you think, Tega?
Well, there was a chance to go 8 points clear against a resurgent Real Madrid side, and now it's just 6 points. I don't think he should be saying if my math is correct. That's not that's not the issue. The issue is that you dropped 2 points. And yes, Athletic Bilbao was always going to be a tricky trip for them. And with Messi injured, I didn't think with Messi struggling with fitness, let me not say injured, struggling with fitness, I didn't even think it was a smart decision for you to start him. if you ask me. And if you started him, because the minute you start him, you can't take him off. Especially if your team is not winning, you can't take him off, because the purpose of him being on the pitch was for you to get some goals. So if you put him on and you're not winning, you can't take him off, and then you strain that injury a little further. I think he should have sat on the bench. You put on a hungry Malcolm, and there's a little bit of, especially with the goal he scored against Real Madrid at the El Clasico, there's a little bit more hunger, confidence, and drive. He's going to push to show that he was really needed in the team. This is why you should give me more playing time. So that was the game for you to say, you know what, Messi, you're struggling with fitness. Sit on the bench at least for the first half and most of the second half. Let me try out another team that is a little hungrier. But no, he tried to start Messi, and it was clear from the start that Messi was one man less. And I know people are saying, how can you say that about Messi? But he was one man less. There was no width on the right hand side of the pitch. He wasn't running at defenders, so it was only Luis Suarez that was just jumping and bouncing from one defender to the other without putting any real pressure. So yeah, his Valverde made a mistake with the way he set his team up. That being said, Athletic Bilbao couldn't be bothered. They're like, we're on the pitch now, let's just win our game. But the Stadium did not let them win. I mean, his saves came out of top draws. I don't know how he does it. Sometimes he misses the easiest of shots, then he makes the most extraordinary of saves. And that's what he did yesterday, extraordinary saves. Barcelona are now just 6 points clear. But going back to the derby on Saturday, Real Madrid 3, Atletico Madrid 1.
Imagine.
With one man down, for good measure. It's not a derby without a red card. But Real Madrid, the way Solari is playing and that team is playing right now, you can tell it's not just that new coach fluke. They had that, then they went into a slump, and now they're back. He understands what his team is, who his personnel are, who his first 11 is, and they're playing excellently well. Great confidence or spine for him to be able to drop Marcelo. But the team seems to be doing well without him, because Marcelo didn't seem like he wanted to play anyways. And then he's also injured, so there's a question of if he's fit, would he be able to play? I'd say if he's not broke, don't fix it. just leave it, because this Real Madrid side is going to give you something to think about.
Talking about breaking something, half of one is what? So Charles Studios here sent in a message here. He says, honestly, I do not like the fact that people, even Arsenal fans, are trolling Chelsea since yesterday. You don't kick a man when he's down. The one that pained me the most is that he said 12 are called a dozen, 6 are called Chelsea.
Oh, so funny. Alright, so this one is from Manchester is Red.
That's very Jeremy.
Yeah, he says 27th October 2007, Chelsea 6-0, Chelsea versus Man City 6-0. 10th February 2019, Man City 6, Chelsea 0. The first fixture in the Premier League's history to have a 6-0 result for both sides. I'm laughing because I don't know, I got tongue twisted there. Fixture. I move on to our next story. Reus to miss Spurs UCL clash. Borussia Dortmund captain Marco Reus is set to miss his side's Champions League last 16 first leg tie against Tottenham on Wednesday due to a thigh injury, magazine Kicker reported. Reus, who has scored 17 goals so far this season, left the field in Dortmund's German Cup penalty shootout defeat to Werder Bremen on Tuesday with a thigh problem and sat out training yesterday. He was not part of the squad, which conceded a 3-goal lead to draw 3-3 at home to Hoffenheim in the Bundesliga on Saturday. Spurs will be without Harry Kane and Dele Alli, who are injured from fixture at Wembley.
Yeah, but Spurs will still be with Son. That's a very lethal player, and he's doing very well for the San Antonio Spurs team. They had a tough game against Leicester City. I think part of the reason they won that game by 3-1 is that Leicester City also dropped the ball when they needed to, when they could have gone away with something from Wembley. But Dortmund haven't been very. Again, the fixture this weekend where they dropped, when they went from 3-0 to 3-3, the coach rested a few players, so I want to give them as an excuse. But even without that, I always thought it was going to be a tough fixture for Borussia Dortmund to try and win. Yeah. So Marco Reus being out even makes it a lot harder for Borussia Dortmund to come and win. So let's see how it turns out. It's looking like when this fixture was made, it was tilting on one side, and now It's tilting to the other because of injuries. But let's see how it goes.
We'll watch the balance as we take this break. You're listening to The Locker Room here on Smooth 98.1. It's a part of Smooth Breakfast with Ayo.
And Valentine.
We'll be back after this.
Listening to Smooth 98.1. Don't go anywhere.
My ears are scratching me.
Hi, Uche. Why are you sweating like this?
Femi, this heat is something else. So even the fan is not helping at all.
So, get an air conditioner.
Air conditioner? How? With my small generator?
Yes, you can. With LG Gen Cool Air Conditioner.
Really? How?
You can power a 1 horsepower LG Gen Cool Air Conditioner with 0.7 kVA generator and 1.5 horsepower with a 0.9 kVA generator.
Wow! And I have been suffering all along.
And you also get 70% energy saving, 40% faster cooling, and still cut down on your electricity bill.
Ouchie, thanks. I need to get going.
Where are you off to?
I cannot get this heat. I'm going to the nearest LG store to buy an LG Gen Cool air conditioner.
Relax and enjoy in comfort with LG Gen Cool Air Conditioner. And it comes with a 10-year warranty on the compressor. LG, life's good.
You discover the things even before you discover being a mom. You ate the things that you would not touch before. You listened to brand new music. Now, keep discovering with Molfix newborn diaper. Its soft and breathable surface gently touches your baby's skin. Its ultra-absorbent structure locks the liquid in, provides the care your newborn baby needs. Try one today. Molfix. Happy today, happy tomorrow.
If I had never heard of you, I would not know that you were a fighter. There's no cauliflower ears. I don't see a scar on the face.
Well, I would say a great fighter.
Would you like to be president?
No, sir. Too dangerous.
Black men have been males now. One might be the president.
America's in too much trouble. I don't want that job around.
If you are, if your PVC is ready, where you should pick your PVC. Mine says
nothing around to last over 8 rounds. I don't care what they have to fight. I'll fight him in a phone booth. I was really born to box.
And they told me they don't have told me just a little bit. So when I was trying, I'd gone twice, and they said they couldn't find my record. And I said,
I'm better now than I was. I'm experienced now. I done wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with a whale. I done handcuffed.
Welcome back, Locker Room 981 here on Smooth 98.1. We're talking sports. We'll go to your messages now. Biggie sent in this one. He says, after watching Man City Chelsea, it says it seemed like a horror movie. Now I know they cannot win the Europa. In other news, I would like to prove it to you, my Arsenal. Arsenal will win the Europa this season.
On behalf of my husband, I accept, but I'm not sure.
Okay, fingers crossed. Let's move on to this one now. So, hi guys, good morning. Please add your names to your messages. Good morning to you too. Solomon from Akoka says, Tega, one would have thought that with a 4-0 lead, Man City would relent.
Honestly.
But remember, that was just the first 25 minutes. But remember that Pep had said this EPL would be decided by goal difference, so the team kept going. Well done, boys. Manchester is blue.
Pep that was even angry that people considered possession to Chelsea for most of the first half. Pep was looking for 8-0. People are clapping for 6.
Yes.
Chelsea, they almost spelled Chelsea, you know. Just one more goal.
Guys, stop it. Oh, nice. And then Sheriff Oluwaleke Akimbi from Lagos Island sent in this one. He said Chelsea lost 6-0, fell down to 6th position, and their 6th loss of the season. 666. Sorry. How market? He said. Boy. And then this one's from Obi.
He says, texting in from Abuja, I want to wish my friend, umbrella Kemese Efyong, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Kemese.
Yes, it's still coming. And then this one from Chikagina is from Lekki. He says, Tega, please, I need your analysis on the technology that saw Chelsea on the 4th position on Friday, 5th on Saturday, and 6th on Sunday with 6-0 emphatic loss, he meant to say.
It's Solomon Grandi now. It's not new tech.
4th on Friday, 5th on Saturday.
He says, well, Chelsea would surely rise from the ashes. Sarri would now have to strongly reconsider tweaking his team. He would have had to sacrifice possession to win ugly. However, Man City would not repeat this feat again on the 24th of February. It will be a different Chelsea. The same goes for Manchester United on the 18th. Mark my words, it's going to be a different ball game. Thank you, but Ben sent us an emoji. Guys, it's not fair. Alright, so let's just camaraderie is a spirit, yeah, that we should encourage. We'll talk about PVCs next, and the top of the hour for Lagos Talks 981. Special thanks to Tega. Tega Supreme is our handle. If you check it out on Twitter, also check out LIS International to be updated on the ladies and sports activities. All right. Coming up next is Lagos Talks 981, where Ayo and myself
and Valentine will be taking you. And you get to talk, you get to call in and express your thoughts on today's biggest story.
That's right. The number to call them is 0144899981.
What else was INEC?
INECNigeria.org.
Every corner.
Thank you.
That's maybe my